The next spiritual sense is clear emotion. And in French, this is clairempathy. So how it works is it's a heightened ability to feel a person's emotions by seeing or being near the person. So what tends to happen is you can feel as if it's your own emotion. So when you go into a crowd, you could feel the collective energy of that crowd, whether good or bad. Like if you're at a concert, maybe you have this heightened emotion of just being so excited to be there, and that energy and emotion of the music can almost overcome you. Versus like, let's say you're at a funeral, you might feel those emotions much more deeply than others because you're also feeling the collective of that emotion. The other thing is you could be around someone, say at work, and then you leave the meeting and you're like, why am I so upset? Why do I feel this grief? And realize that it's because it's not yours. It's actually that person that you were around. So because it can feel like your own emotion, it can be sometimes difficult until you learn to separate what is yours and what is theirs. And you can also be sensitive to emotions in an environment or an atmosphere. Let's say you went and visited an old war battlefield. No one else was there. You might be able to pick up on the emotions of death and destruction or hate or grief or sorrow. So that's something to understand as well. The benefits are that you can truly empathize with the person and really know how they're feeling, and maybe even be able to describe the emotion to them better than they might be able to describe it themselves because you're feeling that as well. The challenge is you can confuse your emotions, as I meant, because you might think they're yours, but they're actually someone else's. And it can also feel very overwhelming and feel very heavy because of human suffering around you. So that's something to keep in mind, and just know that you can ask again in prayer to be shown how you can best handle this spiritual sense and how you can learn how to discern between your emotions and another's. The quickest way to do it, in my opinion, is when I'm feeling this way, I tend to muscle test it. Is this mine or is this someone else's? Or is this the environment? And just kind of go through that checklist so that you can check in with yourself. And then if it's not yours, you can just basically ask, or denounce it, like cast it off, or say, I have an exercise I'll share with you in a later module, but very simply put, it's like this little quick exercise, like how would it feel to let go of and then X emotion and replace it with Y emotion and come up with the positive opposite. So it's a simple way, but we'll go over some more ways in the bonus section.